Okay, we're just going to just mention these legal categories and then we will stop for some questions. But in the Hanafi madhhab, we will have these categories, so just to understand what they are when we're talking about them. The first is fard. What's a fard? It's an action established by unequivocal evidence. There's no difference of opinion on this. Okay, this is a fard. We'll be rewarded for doing it and punished for not doing it. What's an example of a fard? Fasting in Ramadan. Fasting has been prescribed upon us. It's an obligation. Okay, then we have a category of wajib. Wajib is an action established by probabilistic evidence, rewarded for performance and punished for non-conformance. Okay, it's very close to fard, but it's a slightly less category. Why is this? Because there is it has, like, if we say fard was 100%, it's like 99%. So it's very close to the fard, but because there's a slight kind of element of doubt, that's why the category is put down one level. Then we have sunnah. What's sunnah? It's an action regularly practiced by the Prophet ﷺ or the rightly guided caliphs. Okay. Then we have mustahab, an action that is liked by the lawgiver. It's a voluntary action. Okay. It's not sunnah, but it's a good action to do. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would love this action. Then we have something called makruh. Makruh is that which is disliked, which goes into two levels. The first is makruh tanziha, which is disapproved performance of action. Okay, this is slightly offensive. Then we have makruh tahriman, which is a higher category, but it's not as great as haram, it's less than haram. The requirement to avoid this action is established by probabilistic evidence, sinful for performing it. And then we have haram, which is the requirement is to avoid, is established by unequivocal evidence, sinful for performing it. So haram is the opposite of what? Question. What would be haram the opposite of?
Farm.
Sorry,
what was the question?
what would be the haram be the opposite?
Farad.
Farad. Yeah. Okay. So in the scale, so we've got the fard, which is the obligation to do, and then we've got haram, which is the obligation to avoid. So these are the categories that. So when we're going to be speaking about these categories, just for us to understand what we're mentioning it, because we just have to come across used to these terms if we haven't understood it, if we haven't heard them before. I'd just like to stop here